You know what? I want to change the scenery. Let's go to my basement. Yeah, this is nice. So what games should we play today?
Colin, you forgot to let me out of your closet!
Wait a second, how did you get down here from my room?
That's not important. What is important is how I'm gonna get my revenge on you!
Oh, do whatever you want. I'm a rock.
What if I break your copy of Mother 1 for the NES?
Oh please, that's a fan hack.
Oh, well, have you heard of Earthbound Beginnings?
Yeah, I have it for my Wii U.
Then I'll break your Wii U!
No! How will I be able to play Smash? And Splatoon? And Star Fox Zero? Whenever that comes out.
Okay then, if you want to save your Wii U, then you have to read this!
Oh God!
Oh, sorry, that's anti... Here, read this!
Brother, what is Shrek? Bullshit! Mother wanna say fantastic game!
Well, I guess there's only one thing to do. Do a double review of Mother 1.
Yeah, that seems most appropriate.
Mother 1 was a game created by the Japanese celebrity Shigesatsu Itoi in 1989. The game was originally going to come to America known as Earthbound, but was cancelled because the Super Nintendo was already out, and Itoi and his team wanted to work on a new game for the SNES. However, almost 20 years later, America was given Mother 1 on June 14, 2015. It was first revealed at the Nintendo World Championships at E3 by Itoi himself, and obviously, I got it the first hour it came out.
History lesson aside, is the game any good?
Yes! And here's why.
At the beginning of the game, you learn about a couple who mysteriously vanished. Their names are George and Mary, and only George returned. George locked himself to study, never to be seen again. Damn, screw that. So the game starts off and you're a cool little guy named Ninten sleeping, when all of a sudden, BAM! A lamp! Oh god, what do I do? How can I find a lamp? Oh wait, he's dead.
Throughout further investigation, and a phone call from your dad telling you, apparently a poltergeist was haunting their house, and then Ninten is gonna have to go on a little quest. But he also tells you to grab Ninten's great-grandfather's diary from the basement. Ninten's great-grandfather studied something known as PSI, which is magic. What? I don't know how to describe it! And when you grab the diary, you're off on your big adventure through the world of Mother.
Which isn't a sexual joke, by the way.
You live in the wonderful town known as Mother's Day.
It's Podunk, not Mother's Day! We're playing the Wii U version, derpy!
So you might be asking yourself, what do I do in this game? Well, Mother 1 is a rather non-linear game. It doesn't really have you go from point A to point B. Instead, in this game, you walk in a huge world and get lost all the time.
Idiot. Now in Podunk, it's your job to find the lost girl Pippi after the mayor asks you to. Yeah, great leader of the city.
So you go down to the graveyard and man, nothing cliche ever happens in a graveyard. It's not like they're always zombies.
Way to jinx us, you dummy. The graveyard is actually kind of hard if you're not too careful. Watch out for the gang zombies. They can actually be considered mini-bosses this early in the game.
So you enter into the totally not infested with zombies graveyard to find Pee-Pee. You go into one of the tombstones, having no respect for, oh, I don't know, the dead person inside, and get Pee-Pee, who is in there. Then you have the most important party member of the game who doesn't go away the first, 5 seconds.
Why does she level up? Why? Why? She only shows up one other time in the game! Okay. After bringing her back to the mayor, he instructs you to let him take full responsibility for finding her. In exchange, he gives you $100 and asks you to examine the abandoned zoo.
On your way to the zoo, you can go to Canary Village, which really isn't a village, more like a pen, and try to find the second melody.
The zoo is actually a pretty weird place because all the animals are going berserk, all because of something going on in the administrator's office. After entering and reaching the top, you'll find a room with a floating pill. Oh god, it's coming right at me! I know my rights! Oh wait, it's just Starman Jr.
Zoo Wee Mama! Get it? Because we're in a zoo, and that Starman was Wee Mama. And Greg won't know how to keep his goddamn mouth shut. I paid $20 to see this movie, only to see Greg peeing on Rogic! What did my life become?
Right.
Starman Judah is considered the first boss of the game, and good god, you better have the Franklin badge. This guy likes using PKB more than people in 4 Glory like to use PK Fire. After beating him, it's over. Not the game, but the animals being creeps. But before you go, there's one more thing you need to do in the zoo. Go to the pen with the white sign on it, and you'll learn the 3rd melody. This will be the last melody you'll learn for a while, so don't sweat looking everywhere for the next one.
So you go travel the incredibly barren land to find these gentlemen who will let you in. Then you see the conch shell. The magic conch shell!
This is seriously the only time in the game where the great-grandfather's diary is needed. Anyways, in Magic Hand, the story starts to take the wheel. So, not to be bum butts, we're not going to talk as much about the little things in the game, and instead going to be focusing more on the big things in the game, okay?
Magic Hand is a weird place. Everything is made of cotton candy. There's a cat that swims in the ground, and a guy who's actually a phone. I would use a guy phone.
Okay, time for the real point of Magic Hand. This place is ruled by a queen named Mary who apparently can sing good. But when Nintendo wants to listen to her song, she tells him that she's fallen into amnesia and doesn't remember how it goes. So she asks you to learn all 8 melodies of her song. So now it's pretty obvious why you're getting all these melodies in the first place.
Now, Magic Hand is tough as shit, so all you really want to do is get the heck out of there. And here's how you do it, which, by the way, you have to do whenever you go to Magic Hand. You have to go through a hole out of like 100 of them, go down the ladders, which if you mess up, you have to face like 1,000,000 enemies, and talk to this guy who is emo as hell and get out of there. Okay, cool.
You forgot to slightly mention the Onyx Hook, which is an item you seriously need if you want to do good in this game. It basically lets you teleport back to Magic Hand whenever you want, so you don't need to keep going back to those conch rocks. Okay. After getting this emo guy to move, you're brought to an entirely new place. This is Marysville.
Also called Thanksgiving.
Okay, really? Marysville is actually an important spot because this is where you find the second party member, Lloyd.
Ooh, but it isn't all fun and games. Lloyd gets bullied a lot, and bullying is wrong, and not okay. Stop bullying today, so Lloyd's everywhere. Don't have to hide in the garbage like a baby.
Now with Lloyd in your party, it's time to train. You go on a train to Snowman. What a great name. Snowman is the home of the 3rd party member, Anna. Anna tells Nintendo that she saw him in a dream and all that crap about love. So now that your party's full, what's next? Well, it's time to go learn some more melodies. So time to go to the spooky land.
After you go to the spooky place, you find out there's a haunted mansion, so you do what every dumb person in horror movies do, and go in it, of course. The mansion is just a big maze and isn't too hard to get through, but the enemies will make you want to break your controller, so you know what that means. More grinding! After that, you fight all the spooky, scary skeletons, find a keyboard, and learn the 4th melody.
Now it's time for the Yucca Desert, where quite a few things happen. Firstly, this place gives me the willies. I always got bad vibes from this place. Maybe it's because it's a desert, or maybe it's because of the tough enemies here. But also here's the war veteran. This guy's awesome for 2 reasons only. 1, he lets you ride in his plane and gives you ticket stubs for doing it. And 2, after collecting enough stubs, he lets you ride in his tank. Ah, fear my wrath! Shit. Anyways, this is a weird battle. This is R7037, a big robot who just shows up out of nowhere. Although he's a joke with a tank, he busts it at the end of the battle. Rest in peace, tank. You were cool for 5 seconds.
After reaching the desert, you're probably wondering if there's a point to this. And surprisingly, there is. Walk a bit and you'll find a smiling cactus, who is very sharp, to give you the 5th melody. Then go to the far top right to see something actually pretty funny.
Keep this place to yourself, please. Signed, Shigesato Itoi.
Okay, it's time to get out of this heated bitch. Funny, I know. Anyways, the next town is Youngtown. This is actually the only other town besides Magic Ant that has its own theme. The thing about this town is that it's full of small children. Without parents, I see. I wonder if a certain Subway spokesperson hangs out here a lot. No, but for reals, all their parents have been mysteriously taken by a big ship. It's pretty weird why all their parents have been stolen. Maybe it's Mars needs moms all over again.
Go a bit and you find a baby. Talk to it and you finally get teleport. So you don't have to walk for hours, just to walk a few feet because of random encounters. So you go to the swamp and... Not the memes.
But no more diddlying around. Now it's time for the swamp! It's full of mooks and nothing else. Oh wait, there is something else though. Remember back in the beginning of the game when you had that one character Pippi who stayed in your party for like 5 minutes and she seemed she could be more important because she could level up? Well, guess what? She actually has a helpful use in the swamp. She heals you for free. Now that's all great and dandy and all, but if I could just ask, how the hell did you get this house? You are a child. Who gives a child a house for free?
She probably grinded a lot since that's the only way to get through this stupid game. Anyways, you find a garbage can with Lloyd's dad in it. He asks you to put your name in. Go up and you finally reach LA, which is not referencing something at all. It's a pretty big city, reminiscent of Foresight and Earthbound for anyone who played that game.
This game came first! Now, LA actually has one thing of importance. That's Teddy. Who's that, you may ask? Teddy's the last guy you named in the beginning. It's kinda weird how you get him this far in the game. Teddy will come up out of nowhere and be straight up gangsta on you and challenge you to a fight. But the fight doesn't last too long.
He's not a true thug!
And after some negotiating, he'll join your party. But the only problem is that he replaces Lloyd. What a damn shame.
Teddy may seem like a pushover from that fight, but Teddy is a true thug, after all. He can kill every enemy in the world with one hit. But before we go to the last area in the game, we should probably go back to Magicant and talk to that useless dragon in the cave. Make sure to bring the stage hazards from the Smash stage and fight him as he gets destroyed by Teddy! Yeah! Bada bing, bada boom. 6 Melody. I'm out.
Now it's time to venture on to the final area of the game, Mount Etoy. And if you don't know what that's referencing,
What's wrong with you?
now this place is pretty damn hard. Well, if you don't have Teddy. Now Mount Etoy is divided into 4 sections. This is the cave section. This is probably the most confusing section in all cause many pathways and junk. I mean, look at this! So many pathways, so many wrong turns, and so many new enemies! You see, in Mount Etoy, the enemies are a lot harder than the ones outside. Now, while I'm not positive about this, Mr. Etoy said that him and his crew were tired of making the game at this point, so they just made Etoy very hard.
Going into the house, you can heal, but go into the other room and you share a bit of a romantic moment with Anna. It's actually a very sweet scene, but BAM! The robot R7038 wants to destroy you! So you want to actually attack the robot? Too bad, you do like 1 damage, and as far as I know, there is no way to beat it. After the battle, Teddy is hospitalized, making you hang out with Lloyd. Stupid Lloyd, go suffocate.
But now that Lloyd's back in your party, it's time to make it back up the mountain. But now that you've reached the lake, Lloyd is needed for this part because he can fix the boat. Now it's time to take the boat to the middle of the lake and bring it to this water pool thingy. Yeah, nothing bad can happen from this. This actually leads to an underground laboratory. After examining it for a bit, you'll come across a big robot named Eve. Eve explains that she was created by Nintendo's great-grandfather, George. So she joins your party. But one small problem. All the walls are cracking! Well, you know what, it's been a fun game, but you know, I guess we're all just gonna die. So we're back on the surface? Okay, that went a lot worse in my mind.
So you have Eve in your party now, which destroys everything! Pew pew pew! Dead! Pew pew pew! Dead! OMG, Eve is amazing! Yes! Go up the mountain, and eventually you'll run into R7038XX! And it's a fight to the death with both R7038XX and Eve. But all of a sudden, he deals a final blow to Eve, but Eve takes him down with her, and they both die. Wow, Etoy! Thanks for getting rid of another cool character! Ugh. Check Eve, and you get the 7th melody stored deep inside her. Now you have 1 more melody. Climb up the mountain, and you find the XXX stone, and oh god, poor wrong stone, wrong stone! Don't do what I did and go to the XX stone. Thanks you for your journey you just went through, and you learned the 8th melody.
It's coming down to the wire, guys. Now that we have all 8 melodies collected, it's time to head back to Magicant. Remember what Queen Mary asked you to do back earlier in the game? Well, now it's time to sing her this song. After doing this, quite a heart-wrenching scene occurs. It's revealed that Mary is actually Maria. Yeah, big surprise. And she tells Nintendo and his crew that she raised an alien named Gigyu. She said that she loved Gigyu, but whenever she would sing to him, he would become very angry. And so Maria goes into the afterlife with George, and as soon as that happens, Magicant disappears into thin air.
Now it's time to finish this stupid game. Go into the cave at the peak to finally end it. Go into the room and find the parents from Youngtown imprisoned and they tell you to finally stop Gygus. The whole world is counting on you, so you go up to the peak to finally face against him. Gygus is very menacing, telling you things that bring you down from your adventure, tempting you to give up. But Nintendo and his party is strong. Sing the melodies, and Gygus is defeated. He flies off, weakened, and you finally save the world after the most wasted time of my life.
Wow. Rude. So after that, we get a little epilogue where it's revealed that Anna was reunited with her parents, the adults go back to Youngtown to their children, Teddy regains all of his strength and goes back to singing at the Live House, Lloyd goes back to Twinkle Elementary and gains popularity for his actions, and Ninten returns home. After that, all the characters from the game show up one after another until the 4 main party members get on screen. Then comes some normal credits and junk. And after all that, we're left with one final screen showing us Ninten's dad. I wonder what he's referencing there.
Now that we're done with the story that took like half the video, we're gonna be talking about how bad the game is. It's pretty bad.
Oh please. Looks like I'll have to start this off. Okay, I'm gonna go on a wire and say, Mother 1 is my favorite game of all time. That means I like it more than Earthbound and Mother 3.
Let me go on a limb here and say that you're joking, cause Mother 3 is the best game that has ever existed since Danny DeVito, and I say that you are dumb, and Danny DeVito should have been a party member in Mother 1, so it would actually be a good game!
I saw a guy pick up a trash can, smash it into a guy's head, blood went everywhere.
Okay, here's the thing. A lot of people complain about the random encounters and its difficulty, but I grew up playing Pokemon and Zelda 2. I'm used to random encounters and hard games. But no, that's just me.
It's not the random encounters that are the problem, it's the fact that it's everywhere! Want to walk a few feet? Bam! Encounter. Want to go into a town? Bam! More encounters! Want to do anything? Then you get an encounter. And more often than not, you will fight enemies that are too hard for you to beat. So you know what that means. Grinding. There are so many difficulty jumps that it hurts. Not to mention that you compared it to Pokemon and Zelda 2, which are two completely different games.
Okay, I'll state this. Yes, there are a lot of random encounters in this game. Yes, it can slow down the pacing a bit. And yes, there may be some level grinding here or there if you don't battle enough enemies. But here's the thing about random encounters for me. I see it like this. Say you come across an enemy in the overworld. If you actually try finding a weakness for that enemy instead of just having all your characters blindly attack it, you can finish the battle under 10 seconds tops. And while there are a lot of random encounters in this game, if you keep using your brain in battle, you can get your characters high enough levels without much problem. Got anything good to say about this game, Derpy?
The story's good. Well, the story's good. The team that worked on this game did a wonderful job telling the story of this game, and I applaud them for it. Not only that, but there are just moments that I love, and it makes the game cool. The train ride, using a tank to blast the robot, dancing with Anna, having PP in your party, singing karaoke, riding a plane. These moments make Mother really memorable. Though, here's the thing. While this is all great, it still fails to be a game. A good game. And that's what Mother is, a game. And if it does a bad job at being a game, then it's just mediocre.
Well, that's just your opinion about Mother 1. And even though your opinion is 100% wrong in every way possible, I still respect it. But for me, there's just something magical about this game. Sure, it may have a few problems, but for some reason, I'm able to look past those problems. Maybe it's because of the games I played before it, or maybe it's because this game came at a time when I started to realize that games were more than just something you play when you were bored. They can be art. When a game is given enough care put into it, it can be truly magical. And while Derpy doesn't see that about Mother 1, I do.
But if a game can be art and a good game, then it can be great. That's why Earthbound and Mother 3 improves so much stuff from Mother 1, to make it the best game it can be. Mother 1 is art, I can agree, but it can still be better, and I feel like this game just doesn't fill the requirements to be a good game. Especially nowadays. Constant random encounters, more grinding than the eye can see, a useless open world with nothing to do in it, and the most entertaining battle backgrounds of black.
It's an NES game. What did you think? The developers will be able to put those druggy backgrounds in this game too?
Well, they could just put solid colors, they don't need the marijuana background.
And that's Mother 1. We both may have different opinions about it, but that's not gonna come in between us. And besides, we're not like the Sonic community, we're gonna hate each other because our opinions are different.
Okay, your opinions are garbage, but I can let you slide for now. Here's your Wii U back, I guess.
Yay! Also, by the way, you could have just left anytime you wanted. You didn't need to just stay here. You could have just left. I hope you knew that.
Fine, I'll leave. But just so you know, Colin, my boy, we will meet again! And when we finally do, I'll give you a stern talking to, cause you were mean to me, and I am officially offended. So what did you guys think? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Have you played Mother 1? If so, tell us how you think about it, so I can finally convince Colin that it's a bad game.
What do you think, smart people? I know for a fact that Derpy is a bitch baby in every way, and he'll be as nitpicky as Egoraptor. In fact, I've got an idea.
There's a straw poll in the description of what you think about the game.